Welcome back. In the previous video, we installed Node.js and Visual Studio. In this video, let's continue with setting up React. Let's start with creating a folder. I'm going to name this React Work. You can give the name that you like. Now open Visual Studio. Go to File. Open the folder that you just created. Now go to View. Open Terminal. This is where we are going to execute the commands. I'm going to clear this. Now execute npx create react app and give some name to your app. I'm going to call this my app. Again, you can give the name that you like. Now press enter. Create React app actually sets up the development environment for you, so we don't have to do anything manually. Since all the necessary configuration is set up automatically, we could just start coding right away. As you can see here, it's installing React, React DOM, React scripts. Looks like Create React app is done setting up the environment. We can also see that it's giving some useful information here, like npm run build, npm test, npm run eject. The one which is important for us now is npm start. This is the one which is going to start the development server and launch the application in the browser. We are going to use this, but let's come back to npm start little later once we complete our first program. If you remember, I had told you that Create React app sets up the development environment, right? Here you can see that it has created a folder and a bunch of files in it for us. The folder name my app is the one I gave while executing Create React app command. Now go to my app, expand source, and delete all the files present under source. Don't worry at this point why we are doing this. We'll come back to this in the next video. Now right click on source, create a new file, and name this index.js. Now type the code that you see on the screen. This is a simple program where we are trying to print hello world on the screen. Don't worry if you don't understand everything that is present here. We'll come back to this little later. For now, go ahead and execute npm start in the terminal. Oops, that's not what we were expecting. Okay, let's see what it says. Looks like it is looking for this file package.json under React Work, and since it is not present, it's throwing this error. The file is actually present under my app, so I'm going to change the directory to my app. Now let's try executing npm start again. Npm start is going to start the server for you, and it's also going to launch the application for you. Let's see. Okay, so looks like it's working this time. And it's starting the development server now. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, there you go. Congratulations. We just executed our first program in React. In the next video, let's come back and try to understand our first program in detail. Before we proceed, let me summarize what we did so far to make our first program run. So after installing Node.js and Visual Studio, we created a folder React Work. We opened this folder in Visual Studio. Then we executed npx create react app my app. My app here is our application name. You can give the name that you like. Then we created index.js under my app and wrote our first program. Then to execute, we used npm start command. npm start started our dev server and launched the application in the browser. It looked not so difficult, right? The credit actually should go to create React app because it took care of most of the manual work, so we could focus on coding. In the next video, let's come back and understand our first program in detail.